What's up, babes? Welcome back. Of course, if you are new here, welcome. Now is a great time to subscribe. I am actually working with Ali Pearl, which y'all know I am a stickler for packaging, and of course, Ali Pearl has really sturdy boxes. They switched it to like this gold frame, which isn't really going to make too much of a difference, but most importantly, I want to make sure that when I store my wigs, they are not being crushed, smashed, and all that stuff. Now, they do give me a ton of goodies, of course. The typical stuff that comes in a wig package. It's going to be like an edge band, an edge brush, wig cap, usually the wig, some type of satin band, and also a satin bag to store the wigs as well. They did also add in some lashes, which I didn't end up using just because they were a little too fluffy for my liking, okay? Now, as for the actual wig that we're going to be looking at today, this is a Vpart. Now, y'all may or may not know that a lot of the natural styles are actually more trendy these days. So you're going to see a ton more people wearing Quickweave, sew-ins, V-parts, clip-ins, microlinks, all of those things, because people want more of the natural look, which I understand it. I absolutely love units and, versatile wigs and weaves that will allow you to get that natural hairline without having to use glue and all of that. So today's no different. Now, a lot of the V-parts that you see today do not actually have that weft. So a lot of them have transitioned over into the caps with like that mesh cap. But the original V-part cap, in my opinion, was perfect because it truly allowed for you to be able to have this for an extremely long period of time without having to worry about the wear and the tear of the mesh cap around the other types of caps. So I hope that wasn't too much for you guys or confused you too much, but I say all that to say, if you guys have watched a ton of my videos, you'll see that there are different caps that I will use. The most common thing that we have issues with, and I say we, that's just most people that have purchased a V-part or even a U-part, it's typically the sizing. So we'll kind of get into that in just a second. Now, I wanted to show you guys my braid pattern. So you don't have to be a super pro. Your braids do not have to be this neat, but you will just want to make sure that you have a flat base. That way, of course, your wig is not all lumped and bumped up. So let me know if you guys need a detailed tutorial on like this particular braiding pattern. If you actually go through my videos, or I'll link it in my description box, I do actually have a braid pattern for sew-ins, quick weaves, so on and so forth, in case you guys need something that's going to be a little bit more long lasting. You guys will see I took like one of the braids from the side, used it as like a nape kind of protector braid, and then went ahead with a bobby pin just to pin everything down so that it will lay flat without having to do too much. Y'all know less is more, okay? I try my best to make all of my styles beginner friendly, super easy to do at home, because I know that most of the people following me do actually work and don't really have a lot of time to, spend on hair, and just, I get it, okay? So for the leave out, I did go ahead and actually pre-section this out. Now, the best way to do this to ensure that you don't have too much or too little hair out is going to be to measure the length of the actual V-part or U-part. So you would, of course, get you some little measuring tape. If it comes out to be 4 inches, cool, I can part my hair back 4 inches, 5 inches, 3 inches, so on and so forth. Typically, I make it a habit to go ahead and just kind of like smooth out my hair before actually installing it, just because it makes it like simpler, right? If you already have that braid pattern done, let's say you washed and prepped your hair the night before, and then now you're up and getting ready to go to work, but now you need to make sure you can get out the door. Definitely, you're going to want to make sure that you go ahead and get this done the night before. I would use like a roller or something like that, or just pin curl it. Literally go ahead and get it pressed out, silked out, curl it, pin curl it into place, put on your hair scarf, and then of course when you wake up the next morning and you're getting ready, all that you're going to have to do is literally throw on the V-part and go. Now, when I say throw it on, I know a lot of you guys feel a little weird about taking the wigs on and off. I am somebody that just believes in taking it off because, of course, it does have the combs, there are the clips, and although they are comfortable to wear throughout the day, I just don't want anything tugging on my hair for an extended period of time. That's me personally. I don't know if this like has come with age or what, but I've never really been a fan of like the sewing, just because I do know I just don't want to like go to sleep with weave. I don't. That's just me personally. But if you do, don't hesitate to, of course, just tie this down the exact same way that you would like a quick weave or your typical sew-in. Of course, y'all know, lay down them edges. make sure everything is smooth. The only thing that I will say that I have found in attempting to like lay this down is to like sleep overnight, is that you still end up having to do something to your leave out. So the whole point in wearing styles is to at least get them somewhat protective, right? The moment you put heat on your hair, it's no longer protected, right? The moment that you start to create too much tension, no longer protected. So what I have actually come to realize is that most styles are not protective. If you are going to be leaving them in for an extended period of time, your hair still needs water, hydration, oils to help lock in that moisture if you have a drier texture. So you don't think that just because you have a weave in, your natural hair does not need to be protected, because it does. I'm going on this rant because I really have been wanting to talk to you guys about, just because of the questions that I get, like, hey, can I wear this for a long time? What do I do with my hair? And it's like, that is the purpose of a Vpart. It's literally a sew-in on wheels, okay? A Quickweave on wheels. No glue, no sewing, none of that. Super easy to manage. You guys can see it already came pre-curled. Super easy to just pop on and go. And it has the clip-in comb. So instead of just sliding them in, they actually snap into place. Now, y'all know I always like to create some type of shape. If I'm going to be doing anything with a wig, weave, I have to make sure that my hair is going to blend and that it has a little bit of flow. So I did go ahead and just take a razor comb, which I actually have listed in my Amazon store. Y'all know you can shop my stores in my description box for all of the products and tools that I use pretty much every video. And of course, I just go in a diagonal motion and pretty much get this shaped up. Now that I have pretty much everything laying flat, you do have a choice, right? If your hair is shorter than mine, obviously leave out a ton less hair. In this situation, I left out entirely too much hair. So I actually did a follow-up video to show you. Of course, I ended up taking it off one night or at night, and then of course reinstalling it. So I have an update video to show you how I got this reinstalled. So I'd be more than happy to share that with you. Just give the video a thumbs up to let me know you want to see it. And I'm going in with my Care wax stick because of course this texture is not my typical kinky straight or yaki straight, which is going to blend with my natural hair texture. If you have naturally silky hair, do not go in with this wax stick because it's going to weigh your hair down and it's going to look really, really oily. In my case, I can go a little heavy with it just because my hair is naturally on that drier side, and this is going to allow for me to blend everything. So there is a little tip there. The one thing that I used to do back in the day when I was wearing my hair like this, most of the time I would take a little bit of edge control. If you don't have access to a wax stick, rub it on your hands and smooth it down the base closer to like where that part area is, brush it out, and the natural oils will follow throughout the hair to help it blend a little bit better. So that's something I've been doing for so long. This Care wax stick I've had for years at this point, which is crazy because like I'm pretty sure I need to throw it away. Pretty sure I need a replacement, okay? But it's still been doing what I needed to do. And so for edges, of course, if you decide to lay them down, I always go in with the edge control. In this case, I use Edge Booster, but I would recommend using something a little bit less water-based. And then of course I hit it with the Pump It Up just because it is a strong holding edge spray, or just spray period, and it is going to lock and load everything so that you don't have to worry about your edges like getting frizzy throughout the day. So that is another tip, okay? Now of course in the meantime I did want to actually kind of add a little bit more to the curls because although it came pre-curled, I found that it was more of a loose wave, which is fine, but I just really wanted to define everything a little bit better. So I went in with I always say that this is a 2-inch curling rod, but I actually believe it's 1.5 or 1.75. Okay. Anyway, the details will be listed, of course, down below to the hair. So far, so good. I will say, although it's not like the typical texture that I go for, I don't mind a super silky unit every now and then. The body wave, whether it's Malaysian, Brazilian, Peruvian hair, I do like the way that it looks and the way that it holds a curl. So the hair was super soft. Of course, you guys can see it was closer to like a dark, I don't even want to say brown. It was closer to like a black shade, which I appreciated because typically my hair is more of a like jet black. Lately, I have not been coloring it. I have not done any like semi-permanent semi-permanent, none of it, okay? Like, this is just natural hair color. So not only does that wax stick help with your hair to just blend in terms of texture, but also color as well, because with that oil, kind of weighing it down a little bit, it will help blend everything in. If your hair is a natural, more on that brown side, y'all always joke and say like it's ashy, but you know what I'm talking about, okay, girl? Anyway, so yes, definitely let me know what you guys think about this. I really want to keep my videos as simple as possible because I'm here to help you. I want you guys to learn, save some money. If there's any part in here that I have missed and you feel like, Kryssy, wait, go back and do it, let me know down in the comments below. Of course, I believe I've done quite a few videos showing you how to properly curl your hair. And of course, when it comes to the baby hair, you don't have to do it. If you want to skip it, you can. But I've been wanting to try out the side part Vpart for a while now. But just because of the cap construction for some of them, I was kind of iffy about it. But this was perfect, okay? So again, if you need to leave out less hair, definitely do it. Because you don't want to have any humps, bumps. Definitely curve your part. Some people like a deeper, part than what I have for a side part. You can do whatever it is you feel comfortable, just as long as you have measured out that perfect space. I think you should be good. Now, most of this is me just looking cute and pretty, okay? But I did eventually show you guys the back. You guys can see I did end up brushing out the curls. Y'all know if you use a paddle brush, you're going to kind of get more of that softer curl look. Everything's going to be clumped together. And I really, really like that because it gave like a nice soft wave, which was effortless. So this definitely was given like circa 2012, 2013, when I really, really got into the quick weaves. I did end up trimming up just the bottom of the hair just so it's that one layer cut all across the bottom. And then of course we still have those face framing layers from using the razor comb. So it looks good. You definitely want to make sure that you hit it with a brush just to really, really blend everything in. If you felt like you were having trouble, make sure that all the tracks are covered. So when you're doing your hair at home, always take another mirror, put it, in front of you, turn away from the mirror to look at the back of your head, because you want to be able to cover everything and you don't want somebody else to have to tell you out in public, okay? Now I did attempt to put this up into a little clip. It was cute, but obviously I don't have any hair out in the back. Now the cap was adjustable as well, so definitely let me know what you guys think. I was in love with this. Of course, go to, been wearing it ever since. Leave any comments or questions down below. I love you guys so much. Stay pretty, and I will see you next time.